Okay, on today's, we have a 7-question practice quiz that I gave the kids time to complete. And now we're going to see, these are the main types of problems that you're going to be tested on tomorrow. And we'll see if you were doing them right. Now, I saw by talking to some kids that some of them thought that this was this kind of a problem where you'd go, oh, 2 times 3 makes 6, y to the third m. It's not that kind of problem. What makes it different? What's different about the blue one? There's no adds. In the blue one, it's just multiply. It's all multiply. So this kind would have been 6y to the third m. Some of you probably did it that way. I think I saw some people that did it that way. What you should have done was find things that are alike, like these two. How many of you had an answer of 5 in your answer? Good, because those two are regular numbers, and so therefore they just add up to 5. Okay, hold on, I got issues with my pen here. I'm going to go with calligraphy, I kind of like that. So 5, and then the n's can go at the ends. What's 2n plus another n? 3n. And lastly, I have this lonely minus y. Well, it doesn't have any friends to join with, so it stays the same, minus y. There is your final answer. 5 plus 3n minus y. Remember I was talking about how adds can be rearranged? Like 5 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 5. These could be rearranged. You could put the 3n first if you wanted and put the 5 later. That'd be fine. Okay, on to number 2. I believe number 2 is the easiest one. 3 times n, 3n. 3 times negative 4, negative 12. Some people are going to by accident and put those together and somehow make 7 or negative 7 or something. It's supposed to be 3 times 4, which makes 12. 3n minus 12. How many of you had that one right? I'm curious. Awesome. Most of you. Okay, next one. Can I just do this 3 minus 2? I'm really tempted because it's sitting right there. No, because what has to be first? The parentheses. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 had to be first. Now that I'm done with that, now I can go 3 minus 2 times 5. Now I can do the 3 minus 2, right? No. Because why? You have to multiply first. Good. Multiply this first. So now it's 2 times 5 is 10, so it's 3 minus 10. Finally, the last thing you do is add and subtract. So 3 minus 10, negative 7. Who all had negative 7 on that one? Only 3 of you. All right. Oh, 4. Maybe 5. Negative 7. All right. Number 4. Okay, find your paper quick and look back at the answers for... shoot, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to rewrite the answers up. Okay, back to number 4. Number 4, we have to start in here because it's the rules. Parentheses are first. And that one makes 3 minus 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then it's 4 times 2 squared. Can I do 4 times 2 first? Nope. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. P stands for parentheses. E is exponents. That's the one I got to do next. So 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. Final answer, 16. That was a tricky one. I bet I fooled a lot of you on that one. Who had 16? Ooh. All right. 2 people got it right. All right. Moving on to the red one. On the red one, I'm going to put in what it says here for A and N. A is 3, N is 2. A is 3, N is 2. That's all you do is you put in those numbers, and now it's like all the other ones. So it's 8 minus 3 plus 2 times 2 plus 1. Can you do it in any order you want? No. What's the first letter in that little saying? Parentheses. Good. Parentheses are first. 2 plus 1 is 3. That gets done first. Now I'm going to change this to a 3. Now I have 8 minus 3 and 2 times 3. What has to be first? The minus, the plus, or the times? Times. 2 times 3 is 6. That's 6. Now it's 8 minus 3 plus, this was 6. It's getting really messy. I'm going to write it over here. 8 minus 3 plus 6. Now this is important. They're tied now. You can't just pick either one when they're tied. When they're tied is the only time, yes sir, you got to go left to right. 8 minus 3 is 5, and then 5 plus 6 is 11. Did anybody come up with 11 on that one? All right, a couple of you, nice job. 3 people. All right, next one. 3 less than a number. I'm going to scroll up so you don't get distracted by all the other ones. 3 less than a number. This is not supposed to be this way. I don't understand what's going on here. There we go. Okay. Good. Okay, so 3 less than a number. Here's 3 less than a number. No. I bet a lot of people put that. I'm going to give you half credit. You can have only minus a half. Why is it wrong? It's supposed to be 3 less than whatever the number is. Here's the number. How do I do 3 less than that? Subtract 3. That's different. You can't do them backwards and have them be the same. That's like saying 2 minus 10 is the same as 10 minus 2. It's not. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. 10 minus 2 is 8. They're totally different. You have to do it in the right order. I'll give you half credit for this one. I bet a lot of you had that one. How many of you had 3 minus 10? All right. Try to remember that less than a number means you have to take it off of the number. The minus 3 has to be at the end. If I said I had a number, I'm not telling you what it is. But then I said it was going to be, it's going to be 3 less than that. I'd take my number and subtract 3. That's always a tricky one. It gets people every time. I threw it in there just so nobody'd have a perfect paper. How about that? All right, number 7. Difference between 7 and 2 times a number. Did anybody notice that 2 times a number is 2n? All right. Then difference, did anybody know that that meant minus? Yeah. Good. So I need a minus somewhere. And 7 has to be in it somehow. And I guess this is a minus, so I can do it this way. Because this problem is a little bit vague, I would have allowed you to say 7 minus 2n or 2n minus 7. Because it's hard to tell which one they wanted first. So either 7 minus 2n or 2n minus 7. Give yourself a score on the top. I'm going to walk around and I just want to see how you did. Yes, I'll scroll it back up. Yes, you may. The last one is 7 minus 2n. I'll try to drag it up here. It's out of 7. All right, hold on just a second. Let me see that. So I'm back to the video now. And we have got scores for that. I am not putting that one in the grade book because if you put something in out of 7 and a kid has only 2 wrong, you got a 5 out of 7. Your grade book will say that that's like a C. So I don't want to put that in the grade book because it sounds really scary. But 2 wrong would be fantastic on this. And I did have a couple people ace it. Nice job. So it is possible. Now, if you're struggling, let's say that you only got 2 right out of 7. That's the time when you may want to consider coming in tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is our first day for MAST where you could come in and get help. Now, you don't have to, but it's you that has to take the test tomorrow, not me. If you want some help so that you'll do better, I'll be here. You got to learn to come and ask for help. People are willing to help you if you're willing to ask, okay? So I'll be here tomorrow morning and during MAST. Realistically, you have no other class you can be at from 8 till 8:30, so we may as well be here. Might as well come in and ask for help because there's no other classes. I mean, there might be other classes you could go ask for help in, but there's no, you're like going to be out hanging out in the halls or whatever. Just come in and get some help. Even if you did well, but you had a couple things you had wrong, come in and get some help if you want. Hold that thought in 1 second. All right, so last thing. this blue packet is what we're going to work on now. And I want to break us into two groups. Yeah, on each, basically, I'm not going to do this on the video and stuff, but I want to have people that need help on a certain kind of problem are going to go either work with me or work with our new teacher who's replacing Mrs. Noland. What's your name? Miss Furcus. All right. So if I'm going to like break us into groups where if you totally get this kind, then you should go over here. And if you totally get or need help on that kind, you should go over here. So anyway, one thing at a time though. I'm almost done. Your blue sheet, I already promised that you didn't have to do all of them. So I'm going to pick some here that I want you to skip. Awesome. So would you please cross off the following questions that you do not have to do. Are you ready? It's actually one of your homework worksheets, so you should put it in your folder. Any homework has to be stored, not thrown. All right, here's the ones you can skip. We're going to skip 13. We're going to skip 17. We're going to skip 19. Skipping 13, 17, and 19 on the front side. All right, flip it. 13, 17, and 19. Okay. Next one we're going to skip is 23. Kind of sad because it has Michael Jordan's number and he was awesome. But I'm following a pattern. Has anybody figured out which ones I'm crossing out? Not just odds. You're right that they were all odd. It's not every other odd. That's another good guess. A certain pattern, yes, but what is the pattern? All right, I'll tell you. It is any number that you can't break up. It can't be factored. Do you get how like you can't find two numbers that multiply to 23? Prime numbers, exactly. So 19 was prime, 17 is prime, 13 is prime. You can't find anything that multiplies to 13. Get what I'm saying? All right, so that's what I'm having to skip here is primes. So how about this? The next prime number doesn't come until 29. Cross off 29. Ooh, he's got the primes down. And 31. But there isn't one. The worksheet stops at 34. What? Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Okay, you're right. 37. And the next one's 39. Oh, man. You're on fire today. All right. So you are correct. But I told everybody you were going to skip it, so we're going to skip it anyway. But you're right. 39 is not prime. 13 goes into it. Not many people know that. 13 times 3. All right. Next one is 43 is a skip. And flip it. I think 47 is prime. Even if it isn't, you get to skip it. Lucky you. Excellent. I'm pretty sure 51 is prime. But there might be something weird that goes into it. But you can skip it anyway. And I feel like 53 is prime. And either way, you can skip it. Okay, there we go. Got a bunch you can skip. Now, studying for a test, it's probably the most important night. So if there was ever a night to not skip your homework, it's tonight. Get your homework done because it'll help you to do better on your test tomorrow. All right, that's all I got for you for today.